We got a segment right now. We talking about hooping and what's up. I just made that up. So we got some guys hooping, and then we got some guys we saying, well, yo, what's up? Yeah. We need to see it. And so the guys that we got hooping, we have Cade, we have Kawhi, we have Steph, we have Jimmy, we have Ant, we have Schroeder, we have Jalen Williams. These guys that we feel right now in the early parts of this is putting their imprint on the playoffs and on their team, and they hooping. And I'm sure there's other guys. Yeah. Not saying, but like from our eyes, these are some of the guys. Out of that lineup that I just said, pick a player, talk about what that player is doing and why we picked them on the hooping list.
I'm going with the chef. We just seen him score 3 points against the same team. Mm-hmm. They put the janky defense on him, the boxing one.
Janky promoters.
Yeah, the boxing one, the face guard, the hugs that we done seen. And he found a way. He found a way to put his team on his back. The shots that he was making, bro, come on, stop it,
bro.
So just to see Steph come out like that and just be super aggressive and just really challenge those guys on the other side, that just really shut you down. And you don't hear that much with Steph Curry. They literally shut Steph down to end the regular season and score 3 points. He couldn't get nothing off. So, he's a student of the game. He's a high IQ guy.
Yeah.
He wouldn't watch the film. He got better. He understood, I got to make shots from everywhere. I got to take the first available shot. And that's something that I get so upset with the young players. They don't understand that. Take the first available shot. If
not, that's bad offense.
I just watched the clip. We'll be able to find the clip because I got it. He was at his camp with Jalen. What's Jalen's name from the Rockets?
Jalen and
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green and
Thomas. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And you know what his speech was to them? Hey guys, in this segment, we got to learn how to take the first available shot. Yeah. That's when you're most open.
Yeah, a lot of kids miss the first shot. And you're right. It turns into a bad offense.
Mm-hmm.
Now you turn that shot down. And then now you're running into shot clock about to start happening. Now you see it every time. When a guy's supposed to have a shot and he don't shoot it, it's about to be a bad possession for the most part.
It's a grenade.
That boy right there used to throw me a lot of 911s.
What?
It's the grenade.
He gonna be right.
I used to be like, come on, dog. I gotta shoot it.
I'm trying to get you a look. I can shoot this, but I'm trying to get you a look. All right, so shout out to Steph, man. I love Steph. Steph one of them dudes where if we went in the NBA and I had to play against Steph, I want to fight him.
Yeah, for sure. I
want to fight him. The shots he make, man, you be like, bro,
what are you doing?
We ain't playing basketball no more. Now I got to try to fight you to get you out of your game.
You want to, 100%.
Yeah, we not in the NBA. I'm fighting you.
I got two players because we talking Golden State, and this is going to be completely other side is defense. Draymond Green is one of the best defenders, team defenders, and one-on-one defenders I've seen.
Yeah.
He can guard every position on the court. He knows when to rotate. He knows when to load. He box out. He dives. He takes charges. He swipe downs. He rebounds. He quarterback. He anchors the defense. And I know we were talking about the Rockets, being the number one, I think, offensive rebounding team in the league.
I remember that.
Golden State has never played with a big like that. I mean, we had JaVale, we had Zaza, but when they were at their best, Draymond was still the five.
Yeah.
You had other people, Iggy and everybody else playing, and they played with five guards. Mm-hmm. At one point, the other night, I looked out there, 5 guards. Jimmy was playing the 4. Draymond was a 5. Steph was a 3.
Yeah.
And then we had Mo and the lefty at the top. And guess what they did? They was in a 1-3-1.
Pajinski.
They were in a 1-3-1. Well. And you know who's quarterbacking it? Draymond.
Yeah.
So for me, I know we're looking at offensive impact.
No, we're looking at impact, period.
Yeah.
Draymond Green.
Yeah.
And to me, when I look at what he does for that team and playing against 7-footers, because I'm preaching to my young 7-footers how leverage win, I was like, height is important, but wingspan and leverage is even more important. And someone that know how to move you around to get you off of different spots.
Right.
And This guy's just destroying teams and nobody's talking about it. And he's doing it at how old
We
is
don't
he?
know how many points he scored.
Yep, never.
Don't even matter.
It's like
It does
Rondo.
not matter.
Yeah, we don't know
Makes
how
an
many
effect.
points, but he's just impacting the
He's
basketball game.
impactful.
game.
Yeah.
And that, we talk about that. When you get a chance to talk to kids and, you talk to the youth, you talk about that. And I know most of them looking at us like, yada, 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 I'm trying to get to this bucket.
Yeah, for sure.
But to have a long career, to just understand on the game of basketball, so many ways to impact. And I know everyone, the highlights are normally someone falling or someone getting dunked on or someone getting buckets.
Or almost. A lot of almost highlights now, too.
A lot of almost highlights.
Damn, those highlights.
But Draymond Green is a prime example of the kind of player, not saying you need to take his game,
Right.
but the kind of mentality of a player that you want. I'm going to war, I'm going to bat with that guy 10 out of 10 times because I know no matter what he's going to bring, his voice, he's going to bring his energy,
Yep.
he's going to bring his toughness, and that's every night. That right there, he hooping.
He
Hooping. Shout out
bro.
to Draymond.
Draymond
What you got?
So,
That's hooping.
That's hooping.
man, I called this team my other team to win it. I know I had a lot of hot takes. That boy Ant-Man.
Oh, man.
Yo, I watched that game, and it's funny because I'm watching him. I know, like, there's a bunch of guys that's just rocking it. But to watch Ant-Man just kind of just do, I feel like just watching him, he's so fun to watch. From his game, from his interviews, for everything. The way he bigs up his teammates. Like him leaving saying, like, his two favorite players.
Yep.
Are like, just that kind of
Nas
like.
Reed and
yeah,
McDaniels.
Yeah,
like
was
that
fire.
kind of
That
love.
was fire, yeah.
That to me, like, I want to play with him. When I take my rec league and go there, like, I'll clamp it up. Like, I'll be on that bench because to me, I was watching, and I know this is gonna be blasphemy. But watching him, he looked like that boy 23, he looked like this black cat for a little bit out there, like just the moves he was just making.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know
See,
what
I'm
that
trying
one.
to
We might
tell
have
you.
to call a timeout on this, brother.
See, I'm
You start talking about Black Jesus, bro. Don't do that.
Listen.
Come on,
again,
dude. You got to stop this
listen.
madness now.
Nope.
Yo, I'm
You got to
just
stop
saying.
this.
This is his take.
Hey, this is my. Hey, listen.
Black Jesus, come
Bro,
on, man.
here's the
Have
thing.
you ever seen the look? People don't even look that man in his eyes. I was listening to AI. AI said that
I
when
agree.
he walked
You
by him,
right.
he thought it was a ghost. He was like, he ain't even real.
There was some plays where he came down, and I was like, yo, every shot he's taking is dropping. And that's what I used to feel like when I used to watch Jordan. I used to watch Jay, and I was like, yo, he don't miss. Like, he just not gonna miss. And people don't get that feeling. Like, people always talk about who's the greatest. There's a reason why people thought Jordan was the greatest. Because he came down and was like, yo, he's just gonna just take whatever he wants. I'm watching Ant take whatever he wants when he was coming down there on that game. Again, it was only one game. What I watched him do,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
I like
Confidence
that.
on a different
You
level.
talking about Black
Yeah,
Jesus, bro? Don't. Whew.
Yeah. Listen, we went on a lot of players on the list. If I had to pick one that you guys have not picked, I'm going to go back to Golden State. I'm going to go with Jimmy Butler.
I like that.
And
too.
being able to watch, like, when they say, like, playoff Jimmy is real, a lot of times you think, oh, people just gave you a nickname. No, this is real. And I'm an eye test person. I look at the eyes, and, like, the Jimmy that I see sometime in the regular season is the Jimmy that's getting through it. The Jimmy I'm watching right now is a Jimmy that can help you win a championship. His impact on the game, just on the game, bro. You're talking about a guy who don't say nothing to the refs. You don't hear Jimmy Mouth really, unless you get a microphone and he didn't cuss and said something to somebody. But it's a guy who's just doing his job on both ends of the floor. He's like Draymond. He's always in the right place. I think he had about 6 steals last game.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't from ripping people.
No.
It's just about being in the right place. It's about, we always say mucking. It's about mucking up the defense, making them throw bad passes, and knowing when to shoot the gap, knowing when to hit it. And also, too, on the offensive end of the floor, being patient.
Yeah.
He's very, very patient. When he get his ISOs, he take them. But also, too, he gives it up to his teammates. He builds a lot of confidence in them. But it doesn't stop his game. 27, 6, 7, whatever he had. When I watched Jimmy play, and I was like, when Draymond came out and said, we can win a championship, I was like, man, Dre, you crazy as hell.
I was with him.
But I was like, you crazy. And I watched them 3 guys go out there and play. Like, I look at them and I say, damn. If you're getting that kind of production out of your third guy, which in a sense, Jimmy would be the third guy, right? And even though, they probably not rank him, even though it's Batman and Robin in an offensive standpoint, but like what Draymond brings to the game and him being there, you look at him and Steph and say 1-2. What Jimmy's coming in as that third guy, and he's making an impact on the game the way he's making an impact. He doesn't need the ball all the time to make an impact. He's going to do it on both ends of the floor, and he's going to do it in celebration of his teammates. This is one of the best versions of Jimmy Butler we've seen in the last few years. Probably since the bubble, to me. Probably since the bubble. And I know they went to the championship again after that, but I thought the Miami Heat teammates really helped to get him there. This Jimmy Butler, what he's doing out there, this is the Jimmy that everybody fell in love with. This is that dog. This is the one that you can count on every night. And what we're watching, 30, 38, 27, the last 3 games as we getting into playoff Jimmy has shown up. So, man, I love watching it. I love watching
and he's
Jimmy.
attacking. Jimmy's a good passer.
Yes.
But when
even though he passes in the air a lot, too, by the way. They say don't do that. Jimmy is a jump in the air, leave his feet, but still make the pass kind of player.
On those ISOs, though, he's actually not passing. And I think it's good because now it makes your defense have to decide if they're going to rotate or not. If you think a guy's a passer and he's not aggressive, it puts him in a situation where it can turn it over. He's not turning the ball over. He's getting a shot at the basket. He's getting close looks. He's getting to the free throw line.
He's getting his guy shots.
He's getting his guy shots. And so I like that aggressiveness.
I love him back. Man, just everything he's doing, like he's getting in so many different ways, bro. And when you got a guy like that, especially when all eyes on Steph like this, but you got that other dude right there that can go get you 30 and he can do it in different ways, bro, it's going to be tough.
My guy is Jalen Williams. OKC.
Okay. Shout out to Jalen Williams.
Jalen is a positionless player. You can't even put him in the box. And I think from him going to a small college and playing point for 4 years really allowed him to be able to make decisions, play pick and roll, get people involved, and also keep himself involved.
Right.
I don't know if he's about 225 or 230, but he's a bully.
And he's 6'8", right?
He's about 6'6".
Oh, he's 6'6".
Yeah, but he's a bully. When he's running through people's chests, he's trying to put you in the rim. He's trying to put you in the rim. He's aggressive. He is a aggressive, solid killer. And he is the anchor to OKC team defensively and offensively.
I love that.
I agree.
He's the anchor.
I love that take.
He's the anchor. He's very disruptive. He's very high basketball IQ. His plus ones are always there. And if there's an opportunity of putting you and burying you, he's going to be the guy to bury you.
Yeah, I agree.